G'day everyone, and welcome back to This Is the Police. When we last left, we just finished day 2 and our first lot of missions, and we were about to embark on day 3. We selected one extra person to come in for the shift because we relied on very highly experienced police officers. As you can see, here are the day's headlines. Kendrick has announced his retirement date. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo is coming to Freeburg. And construction of cinema museum has been postponed again. Alright, let's go to work and start trying to catch some criminals. Alright. Asking for a day off. When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they're at full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonize them either. Remember that everybody's got secrets, and you've got to make sure these guys have your back. Proceed. Roy wants to go and see a movie with his favourite actor. I mean, he's a 5, so I was pretty much only going to send him if we were like abysmally desperate. So I'm almost prepared to send him to let him have the day off. But I'm going to be a prick. So Marty, there was a fire at my daughter's school and my little girl was seriously burned. She's in intensive care. Can I go? Yes. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank and can be elevated in rank with 1, 2 or 3 stripes. Once a week you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of an employee. If you think that no one is worthy of the honour some week, you can postpone the ceremony until later. Insignias won't go out until your people are ready. Excellent. Employees of rank not only increase in professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when cops get ranks, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This can mean less drinking and more time spent on the job. Some of them might even turn out to be dependable. Alright, so we've got 2 stripes to give out. Well, I'm not entirely sure I want to give any out at this stage. Certainly not at this shift because I don't know. Actually, I'm going to give a stripe to Purdy and hold one over. So let's start the day. Freeburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection and play it at any time, just like in real life. Well, the life of your grandfather. Proceed. I don't particularly want to get copyright strikes. I'd love to put some jazz on, but we won't be doing that. Alright. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. Awesome. Aha. Police station. Ah. Very good. Okay, so here we have personnel and the labour market. You have a certain number of paid job openings for which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. Excellent. Okay. Cool. I'm going to hire them for shift A because we're one man down. And they're a pretty reasonable. Actually, we'll take this one for shift A. Okay, let's go to personnel. Yes, want to free up some time? Yes, let's fire somebody. And fire. If you have legal grounds for the termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Legality be damned it. But that could land you in additional proceedings. And your other staff will be more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about actually doing theirs. Another way to free up a slot is to have a police officer killed. But that's not really a valid option, right? Okay. Fire legally, too old. Done. Excellent. Yeah, Roy, you're gone. Too old. Go away. Wonder if we can get rid of Bush Jr. No. Okay, so we can't burn him. Alright, let's go back to the labour market. And we are going to hire you for shift B and hire you for shift A. We got the way of detectives. Check our detectives. No, our detectives are okay. Cool. We're done. Close. And close that. Alright. First call of the day. Vandalism at St. John's Cathedral. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral this morning. The abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would not say more. Alright, so we can send 3 people along to this. So I'm going to send Vandal and I'm going to send Birch, and they can go and take care of that. And we'll wait for... There we go. Alright, so we've got a little bit more time here. Actually, you know what? Okay, businessman Harley Jones looked out his window and saw teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his car. Right. Robbins and Grant, you can go to that one. Alright. Okay, our first 2 are there, and the offender escaped. Damn it. That's disappointing. Alright, Eddie's Burgers, suspicious individual. Alright, so... Alright, let's wait. See if we can get this... See if we can get Grant back. Because I would like to send... these guys back, because I would like to... Yeah, I want to send Purdy and Vandal. Vandal, proceed. These guys have arrived. And Fender escaped. Damn. Okay. Sam Sorkin, King Louis nightclub. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Mr. Boyd. My bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside the club is stretching around the block. Okay. Yeah, sounds like a job for Birch Jr. Alright. Suspicious individual. False alarm. Has mistaken retired officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. Great. Just when I thought I might get some points back.
1111 in progress.
Okay. Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena. Let's get these guys back.
411 in progress.
An anonymous call came in, clown carrying balloons, selling crack to teenagers. Alright. You guys take that one. A naked man carrying a canister set himself on fire. Alright. You guys go to that one. And we're, geez, got to the end of that day pretty quick. We're now up to $6,900, which is good. Sam Sorkin. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled in more cash than I earn in a month working this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. I guess I just wasn't cut out to be a cop. Good. That frees up another slot. Excellent.
411.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd. Here's $4,500. We'll take that. Suicide threat. Offender caught. Awesome. These guys get some buffs. That's what we like to see. And police arrive. A clown is seen making a balloon animals for kids. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. No, take the clown on the ice and round up any witnesses. Ah! That was silly. I should have just shot him. But I'm really kind of worried about getting any of these good officers killed. Anyway, that's the end of day 3. Alright, cool. So, let's check shift. Alright, so Purdy. Yep, you're gonna have to come in again tomorrow, Purdy. Sorry. And the day there. Alright, day 4. Papers have hit. The stands. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Feminist organisation denied official registration. And enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. Let's get to work. Ooh, knock on the door.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Alrighty, there we go. We've seen a little bit more insight into Jack's life. Alright, start the day. We can dole out some stripes. I would like to hit... I'm going to hit Sparky up with a stripe because, deliberately, just to give her a bit of a buff. So that is going to help. Alright, no jazz today. Alright. Let's go in here. Alright. Shift A is good. Shift B. We could use another person. I think we're going to take Sam McBlanky for Shift B. Good. And for Shift A, we're going to hire Shirley the detective. Excellent. Fills out our roster nicely. Then we have our first call, City Hall parking lot. Okay, if someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene, the case goes to your detectives. Awesome. Proceed. City lot parking lot. Okay. So we also have a homicide. So let's deal with the homicide first. They investigate the crime scene. Interview witness, gathers information. Okay. What will be the lead? The case is assigned additional detectives who work under the lead investigator. Alright. Excellent. Well, we're going to send 2 down. We're going to hold... Black activist Ronnie Moore was found shot outside his home. We're just going to send 2 down. We're going to keep DeBrito in case we need him for something else. City Hall parking lot. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot, carrying a long, inanimate carbon rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers." Alright, cool. So, we're going to send Koshi and Smith on this one. We can proceed on down there. Fire all black cops, City Hall. No. A racist gang is recently capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to the local radio station promising to kill black doctors, firemen and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You'll have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. Okay.
113 in progress.
I'm not sort of keen on that. Okay, gas station surveillance. Recorded a car on the list of stolen vehicles. Alright, so let's send in, and we're going to send 3 on this one. Might get lucky and Austin might get killed. At which point, you know, we're just going to send 2. Let's have a look at our affairs here. See how many... Yeah, no, we're not actually going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people when there's nothing in the labour market to replace them with. Mr. Mayor, you can go and get homicide investigation started. Cool. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Proceed. Clues. Mr. Graham. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Mr. Clayton. I only heard a few muffled shots. Mr. Carr. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time. And recently there's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. Mrs. Cobb. I don't remember the car, and the neighbourhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. Methinks you're not telling the truth. And Mr. Carpenter. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Okay. Cool. So, alright, that's the crime sequence. Okay. Close. Alright. We'll have to wait for some more stuff to come in. Destruction of property report. Yes, we caught an offender. Good job, Koshi. Back you come now. Okay, these guys have nearly got out here.
1210 in progress.
Suspicious individuals in Desire Park.
Officer on scene.
The driver is
We have a
nowhere.
situation here. 113 feet completed.
Ah! Bother. Well, she failed, so that's an excuse to sack her. Corey Ramsey, mother of Susan, expressed her concern about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench. I'm going to send Koshi and Sparky on this. Actually, no, we're going to Smith. And then down there for that one. Alright, moving along. Dragon's Lair Club. Okay. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club. And for my first exhibition, I want to hold a sparring match where one of my students takes on your toughest cop. After the fight, I'll teach your man a few new tricks. Something that will help him out in the streets. This is quite weird. I've only got female fighters. Well, you know what? Stuff it. I'm going to send Purdy down there.
1210 completed.
Suspicious individual caught. Yes, that's it. Doing well. Homicide report. Your detectives present frames, different versions of what might have happened at the crime scene. Proceed. You got 3 new frames. Open investigation. Okay, they get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction if they know how to look at case material. The more professional detectives working in the investigation, the better their instincts. To get your suspects, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of events at the crime scene using the frames you think likely. Sometimes, with a little guesswork thrown in, if you add it all up, but the sequence fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. Alright. Hmm. Alright. Kevin's throat bar. Bartender reports a couple of dancers started fighting over tips and a catfight broke out right on stage. Okay, Koshi, I'm going to send Yancy and Asano and Austin down for this one. Try and get them some buffs or get her fired. Fight, Octopus Restaurant. Alright. Koshi, you and Tsubaki can head on down to that one. Proceed. Chief, I just about nailed the jab a couple of times. But he was too fast for me and won on points. I don't really understand all their rules, so I can't keep track of points very well. But he was alright. He even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away and pulled my back. Think I can take the day off? Yeah, well, you deserve one anyway. Purdy. Alright. That's the end of the day. We weren't going to get any more calls there. Alright, on the stage are two strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on catfight. The bouncer is fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation. The drunk patrons are happily watching the fight. Ooh. Alright. Good job. Do we have anything? Yes, we've got two more going down to... Fight? Yes. Ooh, we've had a good day. Plenty of offenders caught. Alright, cool. And we'll end the day there. Alright. Shush timer. Alright folks, we've come to the end of day 4 and it's 27 minutes, so I think we'll call the video about there. Thank you very much for joining us. If you enjoyed the video, please leave likes and thumbs up. Comments are greatly appreciated and loved. And if you are new, please subscribe if you enjoyed the video for more action in this game and many others. So yeah, thank you again for joining me. Laters.